Hello, Letty. How you doing?
Hi, Daryl.
Good. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
We're back on the show.
Back on that show. Is it a show?
Podcast. A
Podcast?
podcast is a show, is it not?
I guess it is.
It's a talk show.
It's a talk show, yeah. Oh, how's your week been?
Yeah, it's been quite good. We, as you know and as you feel, we just came post-conference, so it was quite a roller coaster ride leading up to it.
Yeah, it was pretty
during
wild.
it. But it was fun, I must say. There were moments of fun. We had our little silly dances in between. And it was lovely getting to know other members who joined the worship band who come from afar, Marie and Stu. So that was really nice.
Pretty cool, eh?
They're so cool. They're so cool. Yeah. And Stu is amazing on the guitar as well. And that just added spice to the things, or to the songs that we're singing. And won't lie, after conference, it was catching up on some sleep. But yeah, life does not wait for you. It goes on. Yeah, it goes on. Yeah. How about you? How's things been?
Well, I'm exactly the same. Last week, fortunately, I don't have to work in amongst it because I'm on holiday, being a school bus driver. So, our housework just went.
Of course.
And so some might not know, we've just had a big church conference where we had to move church, and we're now working out of a school.
Yeah.
And so practices in the church conference was pretty full on.
Yeah.
And it was just
set up and
I
down.
got a little bit sick because I was quite run down with everything.
Yeah.
And, it was me and all that. But, it was pretty full on. And I guess that brings us on what you want to talk about, which is how do you rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great topic after having such a full on couple of, I would say, weeks, of back-to-back, serving in an environment, and then also maintaining your life and the responsibilities of life. What does rest look like to you? I feel like once you hit adulthood, it's there we go, I'm gonna down gear and send it.
Add a couple of kids. Wow.
Yeah, now you're running multiple lives and not just your own. Yeah. So
True.
what does rest look like? If I can throw that too.
Well,
what does it look like to you?
This is going to make me sound really boring,
I
but at the end of the day, my rest place is actually on the couch in front of the TV.
Yeah.
But keeping in mind that's not what I do during the day.
Yeah.
I've got this sort of thing Trisha goes to work, the kids go to school, I go to work, whatever. And I don't really feel like I can rest until everyone's home and safe. It's just a parent thing, you probably know.
Yeah.
We pray every morning, we do the kiss and cuddle thing as we go our own ways in the morning. Lord, keep my, family healthy and safe. And pray over them. Not literally, of course, and they're not really open to that. It's just a quick cuddle and a kiss and a prayer, and then we sort of go our separate ways.
Yeah.
And it's not really until I get home and I think, okay, my kids are home from school, my wife's home from work, my family's safe.
Yeah. And
that
then
I can really just rest.
Yes.
And it makes me sound really boring with such a busy day. And of course, you've got everything else going on during the day as well. Is that when you're home and you see your family's safe and everything's all done for the evening, you just lie on the couch and it's this is so nice, just letting go.
That's true.
You got a million things to do before that.
Yeah.
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 And even after that, you've still got, so I don't know, that really makes me sound really boring, but it's just
it's in that simplicity, hey, because at that time and moment, there's things that your boxes are ticked off, and that's that sense of you can actually just, you don't need to be somewhere, you don't need to look for someone, you don't need to do something, you can actually just be. So no, I don't think it's boring.
But I guess there's different types of rest, isn't there, if you're doing something you enjoy.
And what is that? Like, what is something that you enjoy? Because I find, like, people find rest while going out for a run. Bless their hearts. They are resilient. But, they find rest in those kind of things. They find rest in hobbies. They find rest on a boat. They find rest mowing the lawn or something like that. That's like something that pours back into you without you actually having to think about it. So do you...
One thing I quite like is the beach.
Yeah.
And it's just like my favourite beach is Matakatea Beach. Have you ever been there?
I think once. It's a bit...
Go again.
Yeah.
Like, it's just something about it when the sun's shining and the tide comes in, and the tide will come in, and as you hear it go, you can hear the shells moving and hear it. It's so beautiful, and it's so flat and calm and peaceful. And it's just, I don't know, it sort of makes you stop and go, man, God, you created all of this.
Yeah.
And it's just beautiful, like it's beautiful blue water, and you can see over in the distance to the city, and you just think that it can stay there, like you're all the way up here. And it's just really nice, and the wind and just the sun hitting your face. I think it's the little things like that, like when you feel the sun hit your face.
Yeah.
I know it's a bit odd, but
no, it's like, I think it's scientifically proven. Like we should be, like there are certain hormones that get released when you feel those things on your skin, because
I don't wear sunscreen. I'm not a sunscreen type of person. But no,
that's okay. Just carry an umbrella in this country.
yeah. What about you? What's your? How do we? Is it how do we rest physically, or is it how do we rest in God? What is it you're trying to ask?
That's been a question that's been like turning around over and over in my head, because I know that you do find, God says, you find rest in me when we go intentionally, we spend time with Him. When you go into that private room, that private space, and you just be still before Him, He brings rest to your spirit. And I think coming out of conference, it was such an inpouring into our spirit beings. I really feel like my spirit man felt filled. The English is delicious. It felt filled. It felt inspired. It felt encouraged. It felt motivated. It felt like, all right, within me, I can go out into the world, and I can I can battle. But my physical side, I was tired, and my mental side, I was tired. And so I signed up. Well, not sign up. It was asked, and I was like, sure, why not? To come and volunteer. So we're at Peter Snell's, and there's currently like a youth camp happening. A lot from the kids from our church are attending the youth camp, and this is kind of where it all ties together. So I've been popping over in the afternoons to volunteer, and my husband Kev, he asked, like, do you feel this is going to be another thing on your plate? Because I have a very wonderful habit of just saying yes to everything. I think Daryl knows this as well. And I just said, like, well, it's actually a space where I don't need to use any mental capacity, if that makes sense. I can just be, and I'm just, like somebody is there to tell me what they need and where they need me to be. And I think coming the last couple of months, we've been in this cycle of you're driving the boat. You are delegating. You need to have things prepared. You need to plan. You need to structure. You need to see some certain people. And and after a while, it does become quite draining because you are pouring out the whole time, and you're not really in a position of just having somebody else take the lead. And it's been quite refreshing. The first day, there's a bunch of youngsters, and I feel like once you just surround yourself with young people, their energy like rubs off on you, and they're just so free, and they are they are intentional of having fun, and because they're intentional, you know, and they pull you in as well, because they have respect for you for you being an adult, and you know, supervising them and all of that, but they want you to enjoy what they are doing as well, because that leaves an impression on them, you know, especially they are being taught to be leaders in this environment, you know. So and that's been so refreshing, being in a space where I can just rock up and just be anywhere where I'm needed. And we're in this beautiful space where we have this lovely view of the ocean, and we're in this native bush area. We're in town, but it doesn't feel that way. Hey, like, it feels like we're quite secluded. And somebody else is making food, you know, so like I was I was telling Kev the other day, like, oh, I wish someone could make me food when I'm hungry and not like have me make my own food, you know, or make my own meal. And that's like what's been happening. Like, I've been like, if I look again, it's like, there you go, there's like a lovely meal, and I didn't have to think like, what am I going to make, or what if, you know. And my kids have been here as well, joining me, and they've been cared for and sorted for, and there's like other mums who are like spoiling them with treats on the side. So it's like, so it's really, so like last night I went when I went back home, Kev asked me, and how was it, you know, and I told him, this is going to sound so weird, but I feel like I've gone, like I'm in a rehabilitation space, you know. I feel like my soul, and both my soul and my spirit, is being rehabilitated, because I'm away from my home environment where, like, as we were talking earlier, there's always something to do.
So this is the first time you volunteered here?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
It's the first time.
This is the first time your boy's been here as well? So
Aaron, this is his third camp. Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
Isaac has been here once, so I've got an older one, he's 10, Aaron, and then Isaac, who's 8, and then little Casey, who's become like everybody's little best friend. Like, I think within himself, he feels like he's a teenager now as well. But he gets loved on so beautifully. So all three of them are on the premises, and they're doing their own thing. And it's been such a good break, and I just feel like revitalized, and I really feel, even though I'm still serving, you know, I'm still like, I help do the dishes, I, you know, like help the kids wipe the tables down after the meals, like I engage. We have worship sessions. So it's worship sessions over there, you know.
Yeah, I heard you guys singing before. It was around about lunchtime. Yeah, I can hear it all the way down here.
Yeah. So it's like, it's a little, it feels like a little retreat away from home. But like in the evenings, I'm still going home. I'm still like climbing into my own bed and into my own little comfort. But I am intentionally breaking away from a space, even though it's my home. But I'm intentionally breaking away from a space that I didn't even notice this, has become like a space of stress and anxiety for me, you know. And that really made me realize that, well, I was like, there was a point where I was struggling to like break into the presence of God in my own home, you know, because my mind would be going to other places and spaces of, you know, and I would like hear sounds, and I'm very aware, like, okay, where are the kids? They're somewhere there. Okay, one brother is starting to get very heated and very upset with the other brother. So it's like, and then one is like shouting from the bathroom that he's finished going number 2. So it's like, you know, and then like come the evenings, it's like, okay, hubby is home. So yeah, so it was actually hard to find rest in my own space, that I think God really brought this onto my path, and I didn't see it as like, okay, Lord, I'm doing this to serve you. I was just like, this is an environment that asked for help, and it actually doesn't inconvenience me. What's it? Inconvenience me. Yeah. It's close to home. My boys are here. It's a space for them to play and to hang out with other kids as well. And it's just, I would tell you, like the last 3 days, I've slept the best. I feel refreshed, you know. And it's just been a sense of, because here, like, it's intentional to talk about God. It's intentional to share Jesus with the kids. So your spirit is being filled up the whole time because you're actually aware.
Yeah.
You know, you're constantly aware because you are teaching, but then also others are teaching as well, and you're sitting under their teachings and under their ministry. So you're getting that inpouring. There's worship music playing around. You're in nature. So it's just like that. It's a perfect combination of, I can breathe here.
It's interesting that you say you feel at rest here, because I've never volunteered here, but the worship team more presently lately has been pushing for me to volunteer here. Like, oh, come down, you know, like we'll join in on worship. We'll give you a bunch of kids and we'll make you a leader. And I'm like, whoa, back up, dude. Too much, too soon.
Wait.
And like, it's like, oh, we'll even, you know, we'll even give you your own cabin. You can have your own bed and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to stay the night. It's like, I'm going home to my own bed. I'm like 9 minutes drive away. I'm going to go home to my bed. But we'll see how it goes. So you want me to stay the night here? No.
Yes.
I like my own bed.
But there's a reason. Yeah.
But you're saying you've been going home as well. So that would be my plan, is not to stay, but to go home. So I don't know. I'm going to go up and have a go at worship tonight and sort of see how that goes. And
yeah. And you're like, I feel like you naturally are very good with kids as well, you know. So, you never know that this might just be like a fun opportunity like where God, because it is like, if you look at what Jesus did and how Jesus rested, you know, like Jesus, he broke himself away from the crowds and from the disciples, and he went to a different space and place where he could fellowship with God, you know, where he could fellowship with his Father. And that's like been something like a revelation to me of like, you know, I mean, like, it doesn't have to be like, oh, we're going on a holiday to Fiji, you know, to go and have some, like, okay, if anybody wants to sponsor us to go to Fiji, we can do this podcast in Fiji together.
Sounds good to me.
You know, but that's, you know, like, he went up the mountain, you know, he broke away and went to pray in the garden, you know, so it was never like too far away from where he didn't go to a different town, you know, it was never far away from the disciples and where his ministry and where he was ministering to. But he did take that time. He was intentional of just pulling away from his everyday routine to go and be quiet and be still. And that's like, something that I feel the difference in my spirit, and I feel like there's clarity that comes with it as well. Because you're not sitting in your space and it's like the mental load of like, wow, I've got like 10 baskets of laundry that I need to read my Bible, but I also need to, you know, mow the lawn because my neighbor has just started up his mower. So he's giving the call, you know. So that's what rest has in this season. I know like in a person's like life, rest looks differently in the seasons that you're in.
So apart from here, do you struggle to shut off? Because for me, my brain is constantly busy. I'm thinking about 10 or 15 different things at once, and I tend to think 10, 20 steps ahead.
Yes.
It's just, my brain's just like a mess, mate. It's just constantly going, and I struggle to switch off. So when it comes to sitting down and having quiet time with God, like literally sitting there, I'll sit there and go, no Bible open, but it's next to me, ready to read. This is if I'm going down to the beach, I might sit in my car or something like that, and I go, right, here I am, God, just talk to me. And I'll be sitting there, and I think, I'm waiting. You know, it's like, it's really hard. And then a thought will pop into your head about something else, and before you know it, you've lost total focus of the reason you're there. And you're waiting to hear from God, you know, like you've got all these things going on in your life, whatever that may be, about this person or that person or your family or your work or you name it.
Yeah.
And it's just really hard to sit there and just empty your mind and wait for God to sort of talk to you about whatever it is he wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
So then I might just start praying in tongues, because then that's the Spirit directly communicating with God, right? I don't know what I'm saying.
Yes.
I know I'm speaking in tongues. I can
just,
do it really well, but I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so I guess, I don't know if you can relate, but I just really struggle to just sit there in quiet and just let God talk. It's hard to shut off.
No, I totally relate to that. I've like tried different things in the past of like meditating, but not like the yoga type of whatever, but like trying to sit in a space of quiet and like you start like try to listen to your surroundings, like and identifying like there's a bird sitting in that tree, just to enter your mind and to like it's almost like you're rebooting it, like there's a bird sitting in that tree. Oh, there's kids playing 3-4 houses away. Oh, a car just went by, but like you're trying to limit also like so it's like, okay, I'm allowing myself to only hear 3 or 4 things, and you just train like your mind to just be calm, but then I've also had times where like that doesn't even work. That's like, okay, whatever, and then I've had times as well where I'm like, I'm sitting and I'm waiting, which is good. God says like, be still, like before coming and before like, okay, Lord, you're telling me to seek, but his first instruction is to be still, and know that I'm God. So it's really, I think just really like taking that, like controlling your flesh and be like, this is now the time, I'm going to be still. And it doesn't like, I believe it doesn't have to look like, like absolutely, like I'm not even moving.
Fully intense,
and I'm like, I'm not like, this is intense. No, like, because I've had moments where I'm like, you wait in the quiet, you wait in the, but then I feel in my spirit, like, there's something, and then when I feel that, I open my Bible, without the intention of like, I just feel I just open, because that's another way how God talks to you, is like through his word. And I will tell you, Daryl, like there has not been one time where I've opened my Bible and I've not, like I will start with reading a scripture, right? And then I would just feel like, okay, I'm reading. And then something like one sentence or one word would really stand out. And I would like read, but it will pull me back to that word. And I feel like that's where go and like get revelation. If that is something that's popping out, get revelation of like, okay, Lord, like there's something here. You're talking about grace. You're talking about mercy. Maybe it's something about divinity. Maybe it's something about rest. Maybe it's something about a donkey. But that thing keeps on popping up at you. You know what I mean? But something, and then go and do research. Do research about it. I think it's good to always have a study Bible with a normal, like your everyday reading Bible. A study Bible just elaborates. It's like one of those, like when you have that little A, B, C, whatever, and at the bottom.
Concordance on the front.
Yeah. And you go look for that word. I'll tell you, like that thing will break it open so beautifully for you of like what that word means. And that, and you will walk away there like God has said something to me today. God has enlightened me with something today. So that's the one way. The other is like just, there's been times where I've opened the Bible, nothing has happened. I haven't been drawn to it. But then like all of a sudden, like the song that's playing pulls at my heart. And if you look again, it's that, that sobbing on the floor moment. You don't even know where it came from, but like the Holy Spirit is like ministering to you because there's actually something that he wants to reveal to you. So I think it's always just good to become sensitive, be still is like, it's becoming, you're creating a space where you're becoming sensitive to like, okay, God, where are you pulling me towards, and he's faithful. He will show you. He'll show you. Yeah.
So, see, what I find often happens is when I am sitting there in my quiet time, listening to what God's saying, when he's done, I always hear the phrase, now read the word.
Yeah.
Every time.
How
I don't
good.
know if you're the same, but you'll be listening to things. Daryl, you need to let me take the reins. Daryl, listen to me about this situation, or I want you to do this. And I'm like,
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Now read the word.
Yeah.
That's all I hear at the end of every single time. Now read the word.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'll pick up the Bible, and it's like, I've got it's a CEV Bible, and it's got the smallest concordance in the front of it.
Yeah.
Where you're like, it'll give you maybe 2 or 3 different scriptures, but it doesn't give you very long, in-depth scriptures. So I need to get a bigger Bible that has a larger concordance in it. And that's on the list of things to do. So,
yeah, those are pretty cool. If you look again, you're like making notes, and it's like your whole table is just sprayed with like this one scripture that
so you look in the concordance, and it will show you 2 or 3 scriptures that you've already read again and again and again, and it's like, I know there's more in the Bible around this subject. Why are you sending me to 2 different scriptures when there's many other scriptures in the Bible? So I think it just gives you what it must think is the most important ones in the concordance according to that translation and that particular Bible. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So, no, God is faithful, Daryl. That God is faithful. But I love how this came to a space of like how you fill yourself spiritually, because that also brings rest. That also brings rest, you know, because I think sometimes we forget what, like, God knows we're humans. We can like go for so long without like, oh, but I don't wanna. Before we start whining and moaning, like, you know, that's just how we are, hey. But something like Matthew 11, verse 28 to 30, come to me. You know, again, like, go to God with what you are feeling. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened. So it's whether like you are knackered after a conference, or if like, yes, like you've got like such a mental load, it's hard to shut off, or there's like all these other things in life that's happening. You know, like God says, like, come to me with everything, like I've got you. All you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. That is so like, that's why it's so important to go back to what does God say, you know, and he refreshes you.
You know, it's interesting you bring that up, because I never even thought about praying when I was at the end of the conference and it was all over. And like, as you know, like I was cooked. I didn't even think, God, help me to rest, help me through this. I didn't even think about it. All I could think was, I'm not rostered on Sunday. I'm going to watch the live stream and not go to church. I need a break. It's just been 2 weeks of constant. And even then I got dragged into church on Sunday morning. I was like, can you come in and help us? You know, like, you know, so I didn't even think about praying for help with restoration or anything like that. I was just, it's been such an intense week, you know. And it was really intense, wasn't it? It was just
wild. It was very wild.
Yeah, and we've already spoken about how our houses just ended up in disarray because of washing and like, bomb sites, So
but like I think like God wants us to come in prayer to him, because that's that relationship, right? But I love how because this was like how this opportunity came along as well. I didn't even think it was tied, but for the last couple of like, I think it's like a month or two, Kevin and I have been going back and forth of like, we need to take a break. We need to take a break, you know, in our servantness, whatever, with our church responsibilities. New rosters are coming up soon, and we just decided we'll be intentional to not put ourselves on every weekend, like, you know, just to have that one, like, where you can just, you know, because otherwise it turns something that you do out of passion and love, and it's serving unto God, you know, becomes a false burden that you are carrying, you know, and then it's like it's like a religious act that you're doing, because now you're just like, I have to do this again, but you're not like, your heart is hardened towards that act, you know. And then I feel like God even says in his word of like, rather not do that. Rather do not do that, you know. But like to be intentional, we love what we're doing, but we need to be intentional of resting as well. And so it was like, you know, and I didn't go to the Lord and be like, oh Lord, hear my cry, I need a holiday. You know, it was within my own self, in my own, like my mind, you know, the conversations, like I was, well, probably with him, but also like just with myself of, okay, I break, like I need to rest a little bit, you know, and I would just go on like little Airbnbs and just check like, oh, where's this? Maybe we could like a night or two away, or, you know, or like go and see family, because it's, you know, we haven't seen family in such a long time. So it was, you know, it wasn't like God even, and that's what he says, like he will give you the desires of your heart, right? Like he sees that, he sees what goes on in your life, and he sees, and like a good father that he is, you know, he gives that to you. He sees like, okay, I know that you didn't come to me for this, but within that space, you will recognize that my hand is here, you know, and that's what I've noticed. I was like, wow, Lord, it wasn't the holiday that I was expecting, you know, but it's been such a lovely break. It's been such a lovely, you know, and I can see his hand in here.
I agree with what you said as well. So before you guys started coming to church, there was a period there where I was on every single week.
Yeah.
And it was for a really long time. And it got to the point where it became almost quite burdensome. And is that how you say it? Burdensome? What did I say? Burdensome?
Burdensome.
Anyway, you know
I
what
understand.
I mean. And it was the same when I was running the sound desk as well, because I used to run the sound desk. And like, I'm so glad, given the conference, that I am not running the sound desk anymore, because I just would have walked out, honestly.
We have a beautiful man doing sound desk.
Oh,
like,
honestly,
bless his heart.
he's the best. He's the best.
He's got the world of patience, and even when he doesn't, he still shows. His face still, the caps lock are not on.
I like that. So.
On when, yeah. When,
but yeah, that's why I sort of thought, well, you know, I'm going from weekly now to fortnightly, and I even said to them recently, I'm going to start spacing things out in the roster. So it's uncanny that you brought that up, because I've already said that. So maybe every third week or something.
Yeah.
Because I also feel that you need to go to church and you need to sit down and, I don't know if be a participant's the right word exactly, but you need to see things from the other point, or other side of you, you need to be at church. Because when you're serving, okay, great, you're serving, you're singing, or you're on the sound desk, or you're doing kids, or whatever you're doing, right? Your main focus is on that. Yeah. So your focus is on sorting out the kids program, or making sure they behave, or, you know, doing whatever it is you do. Mine's on getting the right lyrics and coming in, you know, the musicians are on certain things. So your mind is not really on soaking it in during worship. Not so much during the message, because I guess besides kids' church, you can sit down and you can be a part of church and listen to the message. But it's more when you're serving at the time, in the worship team specifically, you're not soaking it all in. You know, you're too busy trying to make it instead of enjoy it.
Enjoying it.
That make any sense? Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Have a good balance. I think that's what it is. You should have a good balance in your relationship, and, you know, like your relationship with God, and then also where you are serving God, you know, because it's so easy to just get lost in the serving and think that you're still doing it for God, where...
Well, that's what I said to them. I said it all feels like it's becoming a bit much, so I need to space things out so that when I am up there doing what I've been called to do, that my heart is in the right place, and that I'm doing it because I want to be doing it, not because I feel like I have to be doing it.
That's true.
So
So true. Oh, look at us being so wise.
There'll be nobody for worship next week.
Yeah, I saw the roster.
Like, oh, wow.
It's okay. They'll be good. They'll be good.
Yep, God will sort it out.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right, Daryl. That was fun.
It was.
So much fun.
I appreciate you coming all the way down the hill to...
Yeah. Oh, I have to walk all the way back up. Such a steep hill.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, all good.
All good. Thank you to you too for watching, and we really hope you enjoyed this podcast. Feel free to check out the link in the description to the Buy Me a Coffee page, and we will see you in the next one. God bless and happy days. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. So, Ron.
I feel like I've got stuff stuck. Are you recording?
Yeah, but I can cut this out. I sometimes put bloopers at the end, so you never know. That was no.
Okay.
What is it with you? It's so hard to
You
talk.
should give me like such a side eye. I'm like, are you ready?
Here we go again.
Okay.
Yeah, we know.